Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following me for a while, you know how much I love talking about performance cars, and today we're kicking off something special. A brand new series where we go through 50 upcoming cars hitting the US and UK markets over the next few years. And there is honestly no better car to start this series with than the one BMW fans have been losing sleep over for the last 2 years, the all-new BMW M3. And yes, you heard that right. It's finally going electric. Now before you scroll away thinking, great, another boring EV sedan. Just hold on, because this thing is shaping up to be anything but boring. BMW has confirmed that the next generation M3 will debut first as a fully electric model, expected to arrive around 2027, with the classic combustion version following about a year later in 2028 for the purists who still want that engine sound. So yes, BMW is smart enough to give both worlds what they want. And honestly, that's the kind of move that makes me respect this brand even more. Let's talk design first, because this is where things get really exciting. The new M3 is expected to borrow heavily from the Neue Klasse concept that BMW showed off recently. And if you've seen that concept, you already know it's a huge shift from the current design language. Think sharper lines, a more aggressive front fascia, slimmer headlights, and an overall stance that looks like it's ready to eat the road. It's a preview of where BMW's entire performance lineup is heading, and the production M3 is expected to carry a lot of that DNA straight onto the road. Now here's the part that's going to blow your mind. Under the hood, or should I say under the floor, this M3 is rumored to use a quad-motor electric drivetrain, and early estimates are putting output somewhere around 700 horsepower. Let that sink in for a second. That's not just an upgrade over the current M3, that's an entirely different level of performance. And because it's got 4 individual motors, one for each wheel essentially, you're looking at insane torque vectoring, meaning the car can send power exactly where it's needed in real time. So even in rain, snow, or rough weather conditions, this thing should have grip like nothing else in its class. It's not built for off-roading obviously, this is still a proper sports sedan, but that all-wheel setup means it'll handle tricky roads and bad weather in a way the current rear-wheel drive M3 simply can't. And for those of you who are still attached to the sound and feel of a combustion engine, don't worry, BMW hasn't forgotten you. The 2028 combustion version is expected to come with a completely new turbocharged inline-six, built specifically for this next generation, so it's not just a carryover engine with updated software. Two completely different characters, two completely different experiences, but both wearing that same legendary M3 badge. Now let's step inside, because the interior is getting just as big of an upgrade as everything else. BMW's latest cabin philosophy is all about that clean, minimal, tech-forward look, and the M3 is expected to bring BMW's advanced AI-powered driving assistant into the cabin, which actually learns how you interact with the controls over time and starts adjusting things to your preferences automatically. So the more you drive it, the more it starts to feel personalized to you. We're also expecting a redesigned curved display setup, updated M-specific driving modes, and a general shift toward that Neue Klasse cabin style we've already seen previewed in BMW's newer models. Let's talk numbers for a second, because I know a lot of you are wondering about pricing. BMW hasn't released official M3 pricing yet, but based on where the current 7 Series and other upcoming M models are landing, we can expect the M3 to sit somewhere in a noticeably higher bracket than the outgoing model, especially with all this new electric hardware packed in. It won't be a cheap car, but for what you're getting, a near 700 horsepower quad-motor performance sedan, it's honestly not surprising. So how does this compare to the current M3 we all know and love? Well, the outgoing model is loved for its razor-sharp handling, that iconic straight-six growl, and that raw, mechanical feel BMW is famous for. The new electric M3 is going in a completely different direction, prioritizing brutal, instant acceleration, next-level grip through that quad-motor system, and a much more futuristic driving experience overall. It's less about the theater of a screaming engine and more about raw, controlled violence in terms of speed. Whether that's better or worse really comes down to what kind of driver you are, but one thing's for sure, BMW is not playing it safe with this generation. So that's the upcoming BMW M3 Electric in a nutshell. New design language, quad-motor performance, smarter tech inside, and a combustion sibling waiting in the wings for 2028. This is genuinely one of the most talked about launches in the performance car world right now, and I wanted to kick off this series with it for exactly that reason. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you excited for an electric M3, or are you firmly in the keep it combustion camp? Either way, this is just car number 1 out of 50, so make sure you're subscribed because we've got a lot more incredible upcoming cars to get through, and trust me, some of the ones coming up are absolutely wild. I'll catch you in the next one.